everybody, it's your boy Koo here, and I'm here talking to you guys about a Pistons trade rumor that's going around today, just after I made that video about saying the Pistons should make a trade. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Through many reports today, apparently the Pistons are interested in Bulls forward Nikola Mirotic. And just in case you don't know who Nikola Mirotic is, or you don't know much about him, I'm going to go ahead and give you some basics about him. He's 26 years old. This is his 4th year in the league. He's averaging 17 points a game with 7 rebounds a game. He's shooting 47% from three-pointers, so he is a stretch big, virtually what the Pistons have been looking for since they signed John Lure, and he turned out to not be that and has been nothing short of. Now, Mirotic is also under contract this year for $12 million, and next year he has a team option for $12 million. So let's say if the Pistons were to trade for him and he didn't work out and we wanted to take his cap space, we just decline it. He goes free agent, we take the $12 million. Bada boom, bada bing. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and act like, oh yeah, I've been watching the Bulls this year, because quite frankly, I have not. But one of my close friends lives in Chicago and is a Chicago Bulls fan and has been telling me about Mirotic for all of his 4 years, the ups, the downs, the bads, and the goods, and has been telling me about the Bulls season this year and about Mirotic this year as well. Now, I'm going to trust my boy and believe the information he has told me is accurate enough for me to go out here and make this kind of video and share it to everybody that watches my video. And if it happens to be incorrect information, then I guess I'll just look dumb for trusting him and saying the information out loud. So yeah, pretty much what he told me is pretty much backed up by the basic stats, that he's a stretch four, he can shoot, he's talented on offense, he can score in a hurry. So I guess those are two things that the Pistons could really need if they were to trade for him. But the elephant in the room is the fact that the Pistons don't really have any trade assets. So if you follow anybody close to the Pistons, they always talk about the writers or anything. They always talk about how, yeah, the Pistons would love to make a trade, but they don't have very many trade assets. They're close to the cap. And I've been talking in a group of people I write with, and they also have been echoing the same things. I mean, yeah, the trade could be nice, but we don't have very many trade assets to give up to anybody. But from what I understand about the Bulls situation currently, I'm going to try to put something together that may work out for the Pistons, and that some people may disagree with me about it, but here we go. Now, the Bulls are obviously in rebuilding mode. They want to lose and get a draft pick. They're not necessarily tanking like the 76ers, but they don't necessarily want to win either. They want to make sure they get the top draft pick. And Mirotic performing like this, and they've been doing good since he got back, him performing like that is actually hurting the team's future and what they plan on doing, so them trying to get rid of him, they're just trying to lose right now. And from what I'm seeing on these reports is that the Bulls are seeking, at least trying to get a first rounder. Now, I'm assuming if the team would wait to the deadline, the Bulls were forced to wait to the deadline, they'd have to go lower on their price, which is what teams are probably wanting to do unless they can get the Bulls to accept something different. But if you're the Pistons, as we've seen in reports, that Stan Van Gundy's in win now mode, and he might be convinced to pull a trigger right now because the Pistons are struggling. Freddie Jackson's down. Stanley's been down, even though he might be coming back. But the Pistons are down. They're struggling without Reggie Jackson. They need to do something. If the Bulls are trying to lose right now and the Pistons are trying to win right now, I think the Pistons would be in good position to give up a first rounder. They'd be in better position than most teams that are going to talk to the Bulls about giving up a first rounder. Now look, people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. But me personally, I feel like that we can give up a first rounder, because if we're shooting for the playoffs, we're not shooting to be in the lottery. We're shooting to be in the playoffs. And we're not hoping to be an 8th seed either. We're hoping to be higher in the playoffs, like 5th seed, 4th seed kind of thing. So even if we do keep our first rounder, our pick is going to be in like the late teens, maybe even the 20s if we do what we want to do. So it's not like it's as valuable to us as this year. And my friend told me this, he texted me just a couple minutes ago, the Pistons don't seem to hit on their first rounders anyways. I mean, we like Luke Kennard, and I believe he's going to be a good player, but Donovan Mitchell we passed. Stanley, I like Stanley, but we passed on Devin Booker. I mean, Stan hasn't been really, and we hit on Spencer Dinwiddie, but gave him up because we weren't developing him correctly. Now look at him at the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, so it's not like the Pistons or Stan Van Gundy has a great track record here of getting good draft picks. So, if it was me, I would be willing to give up a first rounder because I'm shooting to be higher than the lottery or in the teens. I'm shooting to be higher and later in the draft, so I can give up that first rounder. I'm expecting to have enough talent on this team that we don't necessarily need a rookie to come in and save us because we have pieces on the team. Now, Koo, the GM, will be willing to trade that first rounder for Mirotic, but I'm not going to just do a simple swap of a pick for a player and then maybe throw just like a Dwight Bison or something. I'm not going to do something like that because it's still a first rounder. It's valuable to at least the Bulls. Now, who is a player on the Pistons that has a big contract, close to the same as Mirotic's, that if you added a pick to it, maybe someone would take him? Who who on this team could you possibly do that hasn't really helped us? It hasn't really done what we brought him here for. Who could we attach a pick for and maybe a team would take him? Who is that? Oh, my boy John Lure. You know, I forgot he was even on the team because he hasn't played in forever, and he hasn't hit a 3 in forever. And but yeah, he'd be a good piece to get off this Pistons team, and with his contract, you know, it'd be good to get him out of here. Now the Bulls would have to understand his injury, agree with everything that's going on, know what's happening with him, be fully cooperative with all that, know what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and agree with that. Now, the more I'm thinking about that now is that, I mean, the Bulls may be trying to lose right now, but I don't know if they just want to take an injured player. So that's maybe a little bit of a reach, but I'd at least push for that if I was the Pistons. You could also do a first and Boban. I mean, Boban doesn't have like a real expensive contract, but it's a bad contract because he barely plays. And we're paying him, what is it, $8 million a year? So, I mean, you could attach a first round of Boban and see if they would take that. I mean, they're going to lose this year anyway. It's not like Boban's going to go there and, like, turn into Shaq or something and stop them from losing. So they get their first rounder, they can keep losing, and we get Mirotic. I mean, this is something that I believe the Pistons could do if they actually wanted to do. I mean, let me know how you guys think. I mean, would you give up the first rounder? I mean, if we're shooting to be in the playoffs and like higher in the playoffs and get past the first round, the second round, and maybe even push the Eastern Conference Finals if we make a trade, I mean, we shouldn't really need that first rounder. I mean, the first round is always nice, but it's not something we actually need. We're not supposed to be in the lottery or anything. So, I mean, if you guys disagree with that, I mean, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys think differently, think about a different trade or anything else, or if you guys know anything about Mirotic you want to say that I didn't say or would be good information, just let me know all that in the comment section below. Or you can hit me up at my Twitter, as always, up here at Kukahil. And one last thing, people who follow the Pistons or cover the Pistons, everyone knows that usually when a trade rumor gets leaked out, Stan Van Gundy usually doesn't do that trade. So, I mean, don't get your hopes too high if you're looking forward to this trade, but this is just a trade scenario I decided to go over since it was leaked out and rumored. And that's all I have for you guys today. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up down below. Go ahead and check out my channel. If you like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. And once again, follow me on Twitter up here at Kukahil. Again, thank you for watching the video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out, y'all.